Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So we are currently on episode 8 of the Big Brother Naija Level Up reunion. So without further ado, let's dive right into this recap. So the episode begins with a clip from the house of all of Chomzy and Eloswag's lovey-dovey moment, after which Ebuka goes to Eloswag and was asking him what their relationship status is now, and he said that before they left the house that they were in a defined relationship, that he had asked Chomzy to be his girlfriend. I think that was the week that they spent at the HOH lounge and everything was official between them. And then coming out of the house, he was thrown off by Chomzy referring to him as her bestie during her media rounds, which I remember because I actually watched some of her interviews, so I remember she was always referring to him as a bestie whenever they would ask her like, oh, what is Eloswag to you? So he said he was thrown off by that, and he watched some clips which made him realize that the relationship was pretty one-sided, which to me was surprising because I feel like when the show was airing, it was very, very obvious to people watching, even the housemates, that relationship was one-sided. It was very, very obvious. Or maybe to me, let me speak for myself. It was obvious to me that it was one-sided. Well, maybe he was living in delusion or he was in denial. I do not know. But that was what he said, that it was only after he came out that he realized that it was one-sided. So Ebuka goes to Chomzy and he was asking her for her own side of things. So Chomzy revealed that before they came to the reunion, that everything was okay between herself and Eloswag. That even when they got the reunion meal, that she actually called him and they spoke. In fact, she said they won, that everything was still okay. All of a sudden, from day 2, Eloswag starts to act as if maybe they're enemies or they're fighting, that she would greet him, he would not answer, she would talk to him and he would snub her. So she just decided to stay on her lane, since he wanted to stay on his lane, and she does not understand where his actions they are coming from. So Eloswag then said that something happened in South Africa between them, that they were sharing a room. According to them, they were sharing a room, and there was one night he was sleeping and Chomzy was tiptoeing out of the room in the middle of the night, and he did not know where Chomzy was going to or who she was going to meet. And Chomzy now said that she sent Eloswag her live location. So Ebuka now asked Eloswag that if she sent you her live location, why were you still bothered? He said that it was the way she was sneaky about it, tiptoeing and, as if she's hiding something. And she said she went out with her friends. Eloswag was like, oh, if you went out with your friends, they were really your friends, there was no need for you to be tiptoeing. You could have just told me, very easy. And Chomzy said she came back. Eloswag was downstairs at the hotel lobby creating a scene like a husband. And Eloswag then revealed that him and Chomzy, they actually unfollowed each other for clout. I remember one time, that was some months ago, I saw it somewhere on Twitter that they unfollowed each other, but I didn't really look into it. But I remember I just saw it in passing, and he said that that was for clout, like they actually planned it. And Chomzy was saying that it was actually one former BBN housemate, a lady, that told them to do it, that they would gain clout. And the funniest thing was Eloswag saying that even the clout if they still no get them because they no get fans. It was so funny the way he said it. It was so hilarious. And Chomzy wanted to reveal the name of the lady, the Big Brother lady that told them, but Eloswag was not even allowing her talk. Honestly, it was just so sad. Their segment was just banters back and forth, but the summary is that they're no more together. Chomzy said that when she leaves there, she's going to block him. And Eloswag said that he does not care, that she should just stay far away from him. He will stay far away from her. And that was how they wrapped up their matter. So the next segment was all about the Shella shape, that's Bella and Shegs. They play an old clip from the house of all their lovey-dovey moments. And afterwards, Ebuka went to Bella and was asking her when she noticed Shegs. And she said she noticed him immediately he walked through the doors, that she knew that she knew she was in trouble immediately she saw him. And then when he spoke, that she just died inside. Not like in a bad way, but she really liked him because he was a spec. So when she saw him, she knew that, okay, this person is my person. Basically, that was what she was trying to say. So Ebuka was asking her how they navigated the relationship in the eyes of the press, especially from the first week, because when she first came out, I think that was the second week, whenever she go for media rounds and they ask her about Shegs, she's always like, oh, she's focusing on her brand, that how did she go from that to them? like clicking again. And she said that even that first week that she and Shegs, that they were good, that they had no problems, but they just had to play it like to the public as if okay, they were not together at that point, but they were actually okay. Their feelings for each other was still there. They never doubted each other, that she was just doing what they were telling her to do. And it got to a point she was just like, fuck it. She just followed her gods. So Ebuka was asking Shegs that okay, for you, a lot of people felt like your move to Bella was very strategic because it was just a few days in and you were already all over this girl. You don't want anybody to look at her or touch her or talk to her. So it seems like you were just playing the game the whole time. And he said no, that it was actually genuine, that he's not going to go on national television and play somebody's daughter. That's not how he was raised. That him and Bella, they actually have a lot of similarities. Apparently, they even brought in the same toiletries. They even brought in the same toiletries without even knowing that they had similarities, and he really liked her. And what else was said? I can't think of anything else that was said, because truthfully, I felt like, to be very honest though, I felt like Ebuka did not go where we were expecting him to go. Like the questions we wanted to know about these people, everything we saw play out on the show, especially the abuse part, like they just acted like those things never existed. To be very honest, it was weird, but yeah, it is what it is. Sheikh said he has met Bella's family, that they spoke to him, they wanted to, get to know him better and find out if all those things they were seeing online about him was true. That he had to clear the air a lot, and make them understand that okay, he's not that guy that everybody's painting him out to be, and now everything is okay between them. They're in a solid relationship. They're the only ship standing. So that's about them. The bottom line is that they're still together. Everything is fine there. They're sailing to paradise. So that was the end of their segment. So the next segment was all about the triangle between Daniela, Khalid, and Dotun. And they play a clip of all of the lovey-dovey moments between Daniela and Khalid in the house. And they played another one of Daniela and Dotun. And honestly, I was just cringing on behalf of Daniela. I can imagine how uncomfortable and weird it must be for her to be watching that in front of them there. So Ebuka goes to Daniela and he asked her to give a timeline of her relationship with Khalid. And she said by week 2, they were already official. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. But she noticed him at day 4, day 5. But the relationship became official by the 2nd week. So when Khalid left the house, they were in a solid relationship. So Ebuka said that, that the viewers thought that it was going to be her and Brian. And honestly, I also thought it was going to be her and Brian, because I remember in the first week they were very close, but it seemed as if Brian just quickly friend-zoned Daniela, and that was why she just moved to Khalid. I don't know, but that's how I remember things playing out in my head, Sha. So Ebuka goes to Khalid and asked him if his own timeline corresponds to what Daniela said. And he said yes, that by week 2, he had already asked her to be his girlfriend, but he noticed that on like day 4, day 5, because of how she comports herself. So he asked her out officially by week 2 and she accepted. So that was why he was confidently calling her his girlfriend in all of his media rounds. So Ebuka asked him, at what point did he feel like, okay, this relationship is going down the hill? He said that it was when Daniela started to get close to Dotun, that was when he just started, having change of thought, that even though his feelings changed like in a romantic way, but he knew that Daniela was that Daniela is a good person, it's not past tense, she still is, that he knew that Daniela is a good person, but the relationship aspect, that was done, but he still knew that okay, this is a good person, and that he also knew that the house have a way of doing something to you, and it makes their feelings more intense. That he stayed there for 3 weeks, so he's speaking out of experience. So Ebuka asked him what their current relationship status is now, and he said they are just good friends. And then Ebuka went back to Daniela and he asked Daniela if she wanted anything to still happen between herself and Khalid when she left the house, and she said, to be very honest, that she was already done like with the whole situationship with Khalid, with Dotun, that she just wanted to focus on herself. Ebuka asked her why she moved to Dotun after the houses merged, and she said that truthfully, her situation with Dotun, that it was just a coping mechanism, that she and Dotun, they even had a conversation, and she told him that he knows that if Khalid and Ilibaye were here, that nothing will happen between the both of them, because Ilibaye was Dotun's first choice, apparently. So she said they had that understanding, and whatever they were doing, it was just out of circumstance. There was nothing serious there. So Ebuka asked her what happened between herself and Dotun after they left the house. And Dotun answered the question on behalf of Daniela. He said for him that it was just about giving it a shot back in the house. They didn't exploit outside. That they later had a conversation at Alison's house, and they trashed out a lot of things, because apparently he said some things that Daniela did not like during his media rounds. He said he was a bit defensive and he was inconsiderate to her feelings, and that hurt Daniela, but they resolved it at Alison's house, and now they are good friends. So Ebuka goes to Ilibaye, and he was asking her how she felt about the whole situation between Dotun and Daniela. And Ilibaye said she was pissed and disappointed because Dotun had apparently been saying that, oh, he misses her after she left the house, that she watched some clips where he was saying that he misses her and he would like to get to know her better. So she was also open to exploring things with him, not in a romantic way, but she just wanted to get to know him better. So she was pissed when she was saying all those things between Dotun and Daniela. And when Dotun left the house, they had a conversation, and Dotun told her that the thing with Daniela was just a game, it was nothing serious. But she told him that she did not want to be anybody's second choice, and she wasn't interested in it. Ebuka also asked Ilibaye how she felt about the whole situation that happened between herself and Kes. I think that happened on a Saturday night, after one of their Saturday night parties, and she was jokingly trying to kiss Kes. I didn't even think it was that serious. I mean, for them to even bring it up in the reunion, I don't know, Sha, it was weird to me, because I did not think that was serious at all. So she basically said the same thing, that it wasn't anything serious, that Kes is fond of teasing her, you know, jokingly, and she was just teasing him back. It wasn't that serious. And Kes said that for him, that he did not even remember that that situation even happened, that he didn't remember it, that it was only after he left the house when they were showing his highlights, that was when he now saw the clip. He now remembered, but he had already even forgotten about it. So it wasn't a big deal to either of them. I don't know who was making it a big deal for them to have to bring it up at the reunion, but it is not a big deal to the both of them. So yeah, that was the whole reunion for today, episode 8 down, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please kindly do so. Like my videos, share my videos, and turn on your post notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.